Welcome to the Dixie Doggers podcast. We're here to share knowledge and heritage. We hope y'all enjoy. Southern Cross. It's the best cut gear in the business. We run it on our dogs. Hit up Dave Williams at Southern Cross Cut Gear. Go to www.hogdoggear.com. If you're looking for Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle, Marc Rankin with the Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company, he specializes in them. He is the man for the job. He's based out of Oglethorpe County, Georgia, and you can contact him at 407-832-2077.
If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties, 678-791-3483.
Well, you know, I was telling you about Nathan's got this blue tick. This coon dog he's working on. And you know how blue ticks are. We already know. I mean,
oh yeah.
So we carry Nate has not asked me one time, Daddy, you want to go with me? He takes her and coon hunts her and all this stuff.
Go, and then he'll complain. He'll complain.
Yeah, I'm complaining because he's doing it crazy because we ain't no coon hunters. So I told him, I said, son, this dog is gamey. She's fast. As soon as you turn her loose, she starts treeing. There ain't even nothing there. I was like, that son of a bitch needs to be on a hog.
Yeah, she just
sounds like a tree and walker.
Yeah, slick treeing some bitch. They wouldn't even a possum. But anyway, we go the other night. Nate, there's a good boar hog on camera.
Yeah,
he'd been coming in every night, and then there's about 4 coons coming in every night, same time.
Yep.
Nate said, "Well, let's just go see." I said, "I already know where this is going." We don't even make it down there where the camera is. That son bitch is over there. She just, and she fires off, and then she hits about 3 more barks, and all of a sudden it's a different bark.
I said, "Oh, she sounded a little mean."
And then you could hear
she like that.
Oh yeah, she grabbed a hold to him.
Yeah,
and that old that son bitch grabbed a hold wide open, and yonder they go, and she stuck with it for I don't know, it's a long way. He went out and tapped the road. He carried her through some other pigs, is what he done.
I think he ran through a pond too.
Yeah, ran through a pond. He tapped that road and went right back around, and she lost him. I said, well, hell, we'll go right back down there. We went back down there, and there was another boar hog that was coming in there. I guess he's coming in there to hit that bait pile. And when she hit that son of a bitch, let me tell you something. She come across the road in front of us. If we'd have been standing there, we'd have got killed.
Because she testifying, huh?
Son, that dog right there was screaming. When she come out of the thicket, she looked like a red tick on her face.
She was running as hard as she physically could.
I ain't never seen a treeing hound run that damn hard, which I ain't never had many of them out there in the woods. But I looked at Nate and kind of laughed. I said, I think she's a hog dog.
Yeah. I have.
Oh, yeah? That's what I said. I know you have.
Yeah. A few of them. But God, man, look, that 1 in 10,000, give it to me. I'll take a tick.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a bad son. Bo Kevin Bynog had some. He was at Earl's this year. I'm going to introduce you to him next year.
All right.
The old man that's always cooking the hog over there on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm pretty sure Kevin won the world that year with a tick. Yeah. And it's been 20-some years. Sold it for 20 or 30 grand. I mean, this song is coon dog. Coon dog. But like that, what you talking about, just a track driving bitch, you know?
That seems so hard to find.
She set that so much on the ground, but he had to climb the wood, you know. I know, like, I seen where Ed commented the other day, like, runs to catches being overused and all that. But I don't care what kind of damn dogs you running. They got to be running to catch it.
Yeah. I agree.
To be a champion.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's one of the things there. I think a lot of people are, they're taking it out of context. I guess you'd say, I don't know if it's like that or not. I don't know if that's the right word, but like
I don't know if they're thinking about a catch dog or whatever.
And that's what a lot of, when it comes to hog dogs, yes, that's what it should be applied. But the dogs we're talking about are originally not from the hog dog world. You know, these are foxhounds or running walkers and different Julys, Trigs, stuff like that. These dogs that run beagles. I mean, there's a damn big kennel in Georgia. It's run to catch beagles. And them some bitches are bad dudes.
There's some in North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Them little field trial beagles will wipe your fox skin out quicker than anything. Them little knifing bastards can get it, son.
And that's what and that's what I tried to clarify that a little bit. I'm like, we're not saying that the people are wrong, but like me and I think it was me and Dean Ross, we were talking. He's like, well, the bay doggers, or he made a post. He said the bay doggers are saying their dogs are doing it. No, we're not saying that all bay dogs are doing that. We're saying this type of dog that we took from one setting and put in another setting, they are running to catch. Because I promise you, you take dogs like Rick and that blue tick, and you put them on the ground, they're gonna stretch that hog out. They're not fixed. They're not gonna bait him. Probably not long.
Yeah. And, hey, look, it ain't if you don't believe a blue tick ain't mean, you didn't see old rooster bait for 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
Hey, that son of a bitch won about 300,000, and he wasn't too bad.
Mm.
But if that hog ever hit him, I'd have thrown 1,000 down or $5,000 down instantly, saying this fish should be a cough song. But hey, he getting mad. He had a little, he was just like he just getting mad. And you ever seen the canines on a big blue tick?
Oh yeah. That bitch we got out there right now is she's one of the biggest females I've ever seen. And like I said, I'm not a big hound connoisseur, so she might be average, but I've seen a lot of damn dogs. And I've had quite a few blue ticks over the years. And just like you said, when that hog hit her the other night, she come alive, son. She didn't cower down and get her ass whooped, but come back limping. Right. I mean, she was fired up.
I noticed she was cut on her back leg. She had one cut on her back leg and one cut on her front leg, but it was just skin cuts. It looked like the pig had bit her. Mm-hmm. So I guess she went in there and tried him and got flipped or something.
She probably killed that pig and ate it and just didn't leave no evidence.
Snorted it like a line of cocaine.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like to me you got the foundation to breed chaos too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Damn. There you go. Old Pat's always like got something like that. Well, that would be something there. Nate's over here like, oh shit.
Well, I was gonna breed Rick to her.
Nate was gonna put that. What do you think?
I wouldn't.
You don't like that one?
That's gonna be running deer like a son bitch.
I'd buy that.
Look, hold up now. Were we catching hogs or were we poaching?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't mind.
If we poaching, I'd stick White Boy Rich everything you had over there.
I want them to run about anything. I don't really care.
Well, the other day, we fucking took Rick out. We bait a hog. Go ahead.
If you want to impress people in the hog dog world, I'd probably breed it like Chaos or or Taker somewhere. I don't know. Somebody that's got a full curvy cast.
Yeah.
Male dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. And put it with that, and that probably really, because she ain't got no problem casting. Like we've never, like I said, we haven't hog hunted. She's gonna go hunt, She's
a hound supposed to cast.
Yeah. No, ain't no doubt. I get tickled sometimes, and it's not that I'm making fun of nobody, and anybody listening, please don't think I'm making fun of you. But their dogs, they'll go 400, 500, 600 yards. They're like, boy, they're starting to get out there. I'm like, what? That for our full-blooded hounds, what I'm talking about. I'm like, shit. I mean, if there ain't no hogs, then, or if there ain't no game, that hound's probably going to just keep on going.
Yeah, that quarter July I got generally in him daddy the Brennel July.
Yeah.
I don't know how far he'll cast, but his snout broke on his chain 2 days ago, and I still ain't seen him.
That man done went to North Louisiana.
I got a report today about 1:00 that he was standing by somebody's mailbox and tried to bite him when they tried to catch him. It's about 2 miles
that.
Here, so I know it's at least 2 miles.
Yeah, I believe that shit now.
And I'm not looking. Hey, I'm not looking for him.
Now he'll come home when he gets ready to come home.
To come home, or the hell they born every day.
Yep.
But he's a good Hales bred. Got a touch of streaking guinea. Big dose of Moonlight Barnes, Big Thunder, on the July side.
Yeah.
Just a good hog dog.
Now
I never let him run nothing but a deer. I mean, nothing but a hog.
Mm-hmm.
I trained him solely in my 40-acre high fence with no deer till he was about 2 years old. And, I mean, I've never had him run a deer. I don't know about now.
Well, I mean, it's weird how some of those dogs will just take to it and they don't want to run nothing else. You know, they really like the hog. Rick has took over like that. You know, he comes from the fox and coyote background, and we put him on hogs, and so far we hadn't seen nothing but hog.
Well, it goes back to that willingness to please the master, I think. Yeah. Once they see that's what you want to, that's why people say, well, you son of a bitch, I got used trash. I said, just keep putting him where hogs is, and it'll, no electricity needed.
That's right.
No electricity needed.
It'll clean itself up.
It'll clean itself up in just a few 6 or 7 times to the woods. Is it aggravating? Not if you got a good 30-30. It's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it can be.
I ain't gonna say nobody did nothing wrong. Yeah. I'm just saying, boy, hey, look.
You can make the best of it. Yeah.
I like a challenge,
And that's the thing, if a lot of people get so damn caught up in having a dog, like well, he's got to be trash broke, got to do this. Well, what is trash? That dog's just running game. He don't know a deer is trash, a possum, an armadillo, or no, that's just game. Mm-hmm. Hey, let some bitch runs it. Chances are I'm probably gonna knock it out.
Yeah, I don't really like the armadillo digging for some reason.
Yeah,
I still get a little bit of it.
Well, we've been lucky here.
For some reason, these son of a bitches obey a turtle when they puppies, young dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know what they thinking a terrapin is going to do, but they obey that son of a bitch, and they're scared to death of it, too. They won't bite. They just jump back, and you're trying to figure out if it's a rattlesnake, and you finally see a little turtle. And you think, my God almighty. Boy, I thought I had something,
Now, the instinct on a dog like that, I didn't notice how much instinct dogs have against, something that's against them, an adversary. We had a bull terrier, and man, he'd been blind for 4 or 5 years. And stone blind. You go over and wave your hand right in front of his face, and that son of a bitch can't, he'll walk right into the doghouse.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Well, there was a damn big old snapper turtle.
Yeah.
Got right in his chain spot. And he was barking. And my wife went out there and took a video. And he'd get up there close to it, and he'd jump back. Like you said, he's jumping around and carrying on and baying that son of a bitch. Now, if he had his eyesight, and I know for a fact that he would grab a hold of it because he grabbed anything. But since he lost his eyesight, he became so cautious. And it was really weird because he knew he knew which end was going to get him. I was like, man, that is so crazy that a dog has that much instinct about these things.
We don't give them enough credit.
Nope.
And it's in I wouldn't say professional opinion because I ain't no professional at nothing, but it's in my opinion that 99% of people cull dogs too fast, and I'm going to give you a prime example right now, and I ain't talking bad about the man's dog. I love the dog. Fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
Fanboy.
Yep.
He's no spring chicken, son.
No.
That dog is... Well, I posted a video of him baying a hog 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
It's been at least 2 or 3 years ago. I know what you're talking about.
It excited me that I had a video of Fanboy with Jake's old John dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that might have been Justin Feeney's or somebody like that up in northern Texas up toward Mount Pleasant area. I'm not for sure. Man, look, we go a lot of places. But Fanboy, and he ain't in the stats nowhere till now.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody really heard much about him.
Who keeps one that long?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that saw something. Randy Durrell, so I ain't beat your ass if you ain't careful.
Yep.
He's got a little something about him that Well, I hate to say something like that. Randy's old head's already big enough. But he seen something that made him just keep doing. Because he had another dog he gave me to make a woods dog out of. Something happened to, I don't remember the dog's name, but it might have been Fanboy's brother. And the dog ended up getting his, coming back to himself. And I think Randy sold the dog for a good bit of money. And he went to the East Coast and I might have run the dog for him. But the dog he did very well. But he might have been a litter mate to, he's either a litter mate to Fanboy or one of Goose's younger, siblings from a different litter.
Yeah.
Not a belly mate, but a full mate. I don't really remember. All those dogs do pretty good, though.
Yeah.
But hell, they should. They go back to Bailey and all that bunch of Flat Creek stuff down there.
Yeah.
And I guess CJ.
I was going to say it was CJ and Bailey, wasn't it, the main ones?
No, CJ was the daddy. He was part Airedale.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him win the 2-dog. I don't know until he died. He was an ugly son, bitch, a brown. I got the clay dog, which is CJ. Let's see, Bailey. I think Bailey was. That's Goose's mama.
Yeah.
And Goose had a sister named Charlie that went to the East Coast with the whites that got the bucking bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Randy bred Charlie back to CJ, which was a father-daughter, and that's the clay dog I got.
Okay.
And he's made one mistake in the bay pen in his whole life, and he still never won nothing because me, I don't give a shit. I just run him. But he's a good woods dog, and he produced 4 or 5 good litters, and that's the honey dog that Rankin runs.
Yeah.
The yellow dog and all that era of dogs all come off of him. Just really good dogs, man. But they all go back to that same old stuff.
You keep on. People's gonna think you really care about Randy.
Oh, I do. I don't want him to get hit by a truck.
Not today.
Not today. Anyway.
Lord have mercy. Oh man. Hey, talking about stuff getting hit. Hey, y'all, everybody out there listening, y'all keep our buddy Rusty Mayshore and them in your thoughts and prayers. They had them bad storms and tornadoes, and they got tore up pretty bad. I was just on my mind there, so y'all keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And anybody else that was affected, I just personally know them. So, but on these running walkers and foxhounds and Julys and all these type dogs, Pat, that you've dealt with them for many, many years. What are the main lines and the bigger names that somebody needs to look for if they're wanting to?
Oh man,
because I've had a lot of guys that they've been inquiring about them.
You know who we need to get like. I got a dude up in Missouri, and we'll get him on the next spot. J.W. Ralston. Okay. He's from Missouri, but he field trialed. Like, he knows how to get to my daddy's house. I mean, in Belmont, Louisiana. I mean, he knows where that is. Yeah. I mean, this cat's been around, and did you see the video I posted the other day? He's looking down the mountain, and I guess it was a red fox or something come across down there, and that damn hound looking at that son bitch had him. I mean, like he wasn't trotting. He was in full stride. Like that. Well, that's J.W. Ralston. Sent me that.
I got you.
We talk right there every day still, but I'll have to get him to tell it more. But if it's me, I like the old liquor bred dogs myself.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back after a quick break.
A quick thanks to supporters of the Dixie Doggers podcast: Southern Cross Cut Gear, UC Hunting Properties, Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company, Animal Housing Solutions, Boars N Broads, Ada Y Transport, Crockett Taxidermy and Processing.
Goes back to that Clem's whiskey and all that stuff, and Fred Hale stuff. With that freaking smoking Guinea D, that belonged to Mr. Rascal out of Texas. He was like, that's some of your top producing dogs ever. Like, I feel like Sharky's Bronson from Mississippi, but he was a liquor dog off a hornet stinger. Baddest somebody's ever seen in the deer woods come off a hornet stinger. I catch it's no secret that I will catch and tie a deer.
Yeah.
Like ever so often,
Yeah.
But that dog that I saw off a hornet stinger back when I was a younger fella, like 10th, 11th grade in school, on up like that. We caught and tied a bunch of them son of bitches out of that bastard.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't mine. He belonged to my daddy. But, man, you talk about could carry the mail. He let them old deer get rutted down a little bit. Shit.
He hang them, huh?
Ooh. And tear your ass up in a coal pen, too.
I bet.
But my daddy never field tried too much. He would go judge or whatever. He didn't venture out a whole lot. He mostly liked to drink whiskey. He was pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But he had like Frankie Howard showed a lot of dogs for him, Buddy Macmillan, all that. But he would send them dogs off,
Yeah.
He wouldn't. I guess he didn't get his validation in them days from a trophy. Like, speaking, talking about these foxhounds, I watched the Texas State cast this morning. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it. I watched the Florida 2 weeks ago. The North Florida dude, it was wild. 470 something, I think. Running.
Well, this was only 200 and something.
I might be wrong on that, but it's a lot.
No, you probably ain't. It might have been that many. I know y'all done recapped Uncle Earl's, but to put it in perspective, Uncle Earl's had over 350 in just one class.
Yeah.
And the Texas State Foxhound had 200 in it. So it was almost double the Texas State Foxhound.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking nothing from the Fox guys, because that was 200 and something of the best of the best. I mean, just like Uncle Earl's is, it's no joke. It's one of the crown jewels to the fox world, any of the state hunts like that, and All-American, and I forgot what else they call all that shit. I don't know. To be honest with you, all I used to do is run hogs when it wasn't cool, and shoot whitetail deer.
Yeah.
I mean, when everybody else was big time in it and everything, we high school rodeo through the 80s. I talked to one of them boys the other night, and when I got out of school, hell, I couldn't afford to hunt and rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
I ran my dogs. I bet I ain't roped 100 steers. And my daddy put on ropings. I didn't even go to them because we was out hunting.
Damn.
Yeah, I run dogs up every day. I ain't never been to a high school football game till 2 or 3 years ago.
Lord,
and I'm 52. Yeah, I never been because it's Friday night. We was running our dogs. I mean, we was hunting. Not saying nothing's wrong with high school football. I just never been. I never been to a baseball game. I like drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Houses and lots.
Yes, sir.
Houses and lots of damn vodka. And run them dogs. That's all I knew, Things is different now. I'm a little more refined. Done getting middle aged,
Yeah. Getting in the middle of the road, huh?
But yeah, I was gonna mention that to Texas State, and that cast was so pretty though. Watching all them, man, to me ain't nothing prettier than watching them big Walker dogs trying across that field trying to get ahead.
They get it, boy.
They're
I don't care what. Yeah,
painfully.
Yeah, we were watching. We bought one of those Daltrey tracking systems as well. We still got our Garmin, but that Daltrey it shows the fluctuation in the speed like in real time almost.
Yeah, I got one.
Do you?
I don't know how to use it, but I got it.
Well, I like that because like you can tell. I was doing a video on it, and it would show where these other dogs was running 4 to 6 miles, and it's thick. It's bad thick. Oh, Rick, he was staying about 10, 11 miles an hour.
Oh, that's fast.
All right. Now, it's thick, bad thick. And then when that son of a bitch, you could watch it, it went 10, It went like 9.6, 10.8. Then it went 14, 18, 23. I said, boys, he's in the open. We got to go. We fixed to lose him.
Yeah.
And it took us 30 fucking minutes of driving to go get the son of a bitch.
He's one of the only dogs I ever seen that ran so hard that he didn't have any hair on the front part of his tail.
Oh yeah,
because he just knocks off. Like he don't chew his tail, and it's not he don't have happy tail because he's calm. So like it's only from just running. It just knocked the hair off his tail. I was like, huh.
Well, you know that Coot Gibson and all that bunch right there, they cut the tails off their walker dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, the cat, them dry ground bobcat guys that I hunted around, oh, he bobbed them. I mean, and it was because what happened is that, you know, no cat, he'll be lying home for maybe a mile, 2 or 3, and then he'll sit up and circle and get tighter and tighter and go to squatting, and then they'll catch him on the ground usually.
Mm-hmm.
And South Texas, they'll tree in the mesquite bushes. But the problem with that is when he goes to squatting, he squats in the thickest of the thickest. And what'll happen is them dogs, their tails will get sore.
Yeah.
They won't run as hard. This is what I was taught. Now, hey, if y'all want to correct somebody, you can go over to Tombstone and bitch to him. But that's what he told me why he did it, was because them dogs' tails will get, you know, because he's standing in that thicket the whole time like a beagle. And that tail will get sore and he won't put out as much. That made a lot of sense to me.
It does. To me, and I told, this was what, last week? I told Nathan, I said, if there's any dogs born on this yard, I want at least a 5/8 dock on them. Any more. I mean, because used to I docked everything except my bulldogs, you know. But I docked everything because I had a lot of them terriers. So, I mean, we were docking them anyway.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to have a real long tail. You want them to have a shorter tail because it's a handle, because they're going to get in a hole or get in a bluff or a ditch bank or something like that. And you reach in there, grab them by the tail and pull them out. Well, we started doing that with our bird dogs and our bird crosses. And anytime we crossed dogs up, especially if it had any kind of English pointer in it, the end of that tail would bust open. Blood be all over the damn buggy or in the truck or in the box. And if they hunted hard, like you said, their tail get busted up and they will not hunt as hard. So if you just take when they're 2 or 3 days old and just knock about a quarter of that off, you're good. You know, it really makes a difference.
I ain't had a dog fast enough that I needed to cut nothing off of him. If I did have one fast enough, William, for somebody to take it. That's what I heard Jake on the podcast. They say Pat wouldn't have a good one.
Yeah.
I really don't want a good one because you're going to end up in a goddamn fist fight over yonder somewhere.
I believe that shit.
Hey, people don't. You know, I preached to Ed and them maybe 10 or 15 years ago about you got to be a little closer to Jesus when you run these long-range dogs. I know I get a little redundant in these podcasts, but some of you guys have heard it before. These other guys may not have heard this, but you got to go with your hat in your hand.
Yes, you do.
And I really don't like that. I really don't like having to. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but old Pat caught 3 big hogs last week.
Yeah.
Did
playing
you see
with that
him?
moon, wouldn't you?
I was.
You know what the funny thing about that is, Pat?
Tonight, huh?
You know what the funny thing about that is, Pat? Last week we were busting them hogs wide open. First time all month. You know that moon shit it don't work.
No, that moon shit don't work. I hunted.
And that's fine with me. Let it not work.
I casted 3 times and caught 3 big hogs, and wasn't gone from the house no more than 40 minutes in their drop.
Yep.
And I ain't drive off. I walked. I mean, I walked. I knew. I read the water level. I set them up for success.
You hit the high ground, didn't you?
Yeah. But I hit it. I waited till the moon. I waited.
Yeah.
I waited about, I didn't want to neither. I waited about 4 days after Earl's. After I got home from, not Earl's. I left work, went straight to Earl's. I went to Jake's house, picked up them puppies for them girls and them babies to run.
That's right.
at Jake's house, and I dropped them off at Earl's. And when I left Earl's, I went straight back to drilling rig. I didn't come home. And so when I got home, I think it was killing me too. Because the water, everything was falling into place. And, boy, hog almost got my ass. I'll say that much. Why them chicken shit dogs? And y'all out there, if y'all want to send some feedback, this would be cool. Why when you going up there and a damn hog runs at them, they want to run get behind my goddamn leg, man.
Yeah.
Take that son of a bitch over yonder somewhere, bruh. Don't bring him to me. I don't want him either. God damn, man.
Ain't gonna time to come to you.
You chicken shit son of a bitch. Take that son of a bitch through yonder somewhere. Tighten up.
Oh, Lord.
But that's the reason I shoot about 10 or 12 hogs a year. Because let's face it, I'm not for sure. The government would damn sure let me leave the states. But I'm not sure they'll let me back in.
Yeah.
So, but saying that to say this, I did get a driver's license.
Oh, you're doing good.
About 3 days ago, 4 days. So I've had a driver's. It ain't been suspended in 4 days. But I've been afraid to leave the house.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'll never get to go to Africa.
Yeah.
I'll never get to walk in on a Cape Buffalo and shoot him charging me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never have a lion charge me, I hope. You know?
Yeah,
but if somebody was to say, hey, Pat, I can get us there and get us back, expense paid for, but the lion's going to charge us, I'm going to be the first one on the bus and ready to ride.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like. If you'll notice in all my videos, I don't just got a video of some barking in the trees and then a dead hog there.
Yeah.
I video, and for some reason it's hard to aim at a running hog that's running at you and get the video. So it's usually on the ground for a split second.
Yeah.
Because I just throw my hand under. I use over and under. Luigi Frankie and Winnie McCallion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been 3.5. I had it rechambered to 3.5 inch Magnum with 18 double locks in that son of a bitch.
Mm.
And
because
well, that's what they say they use over there for backup is a damn double lock buckshot.
Yeah.
So I'm playing. I'm pretending I'm in Africa and there's something coming at my ass.
Well, if it works in Africa, it's going to work here, I would think.
I can tell you right now, at 10 feet, 18 double locks is as effective as a freight train.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I've seen it.
And I ain't got to get him in the scope.
Yep.
But they bathed right across from the pipeline. Right in that same little water hole me and Boars N Broads caught that sow when I turned her loose on Carter and trying to get him bit in them shorts, and the bitch went between his legs and didn't bite him. I was kind of let down about that.
Poor old Carter.
But anyway, so I'm easing up, and I'm standing right out in the middle of the open. Chicken shit ass yeller dog. Hey, y'all that hunt yellow dogs, I'm sure y'all's is a lot better than mine. Mine's chicken shit. So that's probably at 200. I say he weighed 300, so he probably weighed 180. Real life. And this damn yellow dog like runs from the hog and brings that son of his head to me. So,
oh shit. Hmm.
So I don't know it's a sounder in there. I mean, all this is happening like really fast. And when I shoot that hog, he hits the ground with the damn goddamn bushes to my right, which was only about 12 feet away. Hog was probably about 15. Well, no, more like about 8 foot from me. The world went to tearing up beside me, and I was like, holy shit. And the dogs rolled out. One of them stayed killing the hog. It was already dead. And the rest of them rolled out. And that's how I caught 3 big boars, because they didn't go 200. But I had some old dog I got from Matt Latham. She's a little rank.
Yeah, Matt's got some pretty rank dogs.
That's all that stuff that goes back to old Ellie. The old Ellie dog of Jake that come from, man, I can't never think of that guy's name, but he's always got some jam up dogs up North Texas. Anyway, his old Ellie, some wing stuff, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she set him down, and I get a pretty good bit of video of this one. And then next thing you know, they all between my goddamn legs, and here we go again. Pow! I had to kill a done. I wasn't even really going to shoot him, but I wanted to get some good video. And I usually try to make sure it's a boar hog, I ain't going to shoot him. Sour. I don't even, like if the dogs catch a shot, I don't even video that shit up. I mean, I'll like somebody's picture on a piggy sow, but I leave that shit for Carter Schultz and them.
I got you.
Them
big titty sows.
I leave all them old titty sows as Carter and Ryan,
Yeah.
Yeah, them young boys, they get.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. We caught one out there.
They like them long nipples like that, huh?
We caught one with Carter and Ryan. It was this son of a bitch right here was. I don't know how much it weighed. Like we tied it up and moved it. But this son of a bitch it looked like a cheeseburger when we got her tied. And that was one of the biggest damn sows I've seen. And
ever.
I don't know how many, we caught probably 30 head that weekend. And I want to say about 80% of them some bitches was sows. We caught more damn sows and piggy sows than I've ever seen in my life. But we had a damn good time. But I think there is something holding true to Carter and Ryan and all them damn sows.
That's because Carter be praying for them titties.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Hell, they be looking at too much National Geographic on the cover of the National Geographic because it looks the same to me. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. People out there, they already know what you're talking about. If they've ever looked at National Geographic, 6th or 7th grade in the school library, get that National Geographic, son. Boy, you got high styling. I was born in the 70s, that's all we had.
Yeah. She had them 38 longs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fuck. Oh, yeah. Some bitch had them tube socks.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have a damn heart attack. For all the Generation X people out there, our age, they get that. I promise you. I promise you. Y'all younger guys probably don't get that, but it's fucking hilarious.
It's like my second ex-wife. I used to buy her a bra and panties every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
But the last couple of years I was with her, I just bought her oversized panties that she just took to me.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
38 longs. Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. That's a good one.
Look, and we talking about, like, if you're catching more sows than you are boars, I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, you see that old fat hog Randy caught the other day?
Yeah.
I hate to be talking about Randy so much.
330 pounds. I think that's what he said.
I don't know about what it weighed.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's what he told me. You think he'll tell a story?
I think he really caught his hog because of the story he told. He said his good casting dog just blew right through there.
Yeah.
Of course, Goose Jr. probably wasn't but 15 foot from his feet. No, I'm lying. He's a pretty good dog. Said he was out there messing around and just fell bathed and was a big old bar hog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the people out there. It's harder to bait a bar hog than it is anything because he's son of a bitch. I think because he don't stink. He don't got that musk.
That's right.
He don't carry no scent, and he don't make a lot of tracks. He just goes, eats, goes, and lays back down. He don't travel. He don't, he has no big home range. He's confined to a little area. So I think a lot of these high-powered dogs is blowing past all you big bars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But one of y'all probably catching a bunch of sows out yonder is a bunch of hogs, and then boars just switching them off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. I mean, we had the other night with that blue tick, he got dumped out.
Y'all don't got a damn, I ain't talking bad about nobody's shit, because ain't nobody's shit worse than mine, but y'all don't got a boar dog.
No.
there's such a thing as a buck dog.
Well,
there's people out here that's run deer dogs will know what I'm talking about. You got that one son bitch when he hangs that mature buck has been running. Hey, he barks different. I seen a dog one time, didn't belong to me. It's a lot better than I ever had. He was a pretty good dog, wasn't shitty like mine. And boy, I could tell when that son of a bitch was running a buck, because he would just jerk and snatch and bark about twice as much as he would if he was just running something.
Yeah.
And the dog belonged to Cecil Cunningham from Leesville, Louisiana. You just knew. And then Pete Sattler had one that I would say was a buck dog. Like, I ain't saying he'd go get you a buck every time, and he could look at a track deal. I'm saying you could tell the difference in the dog.
Yes.
And so, like my old shitty dogs right here, I'm running a bunch of cow dog rejects, baked in rejects, and a duck dog, and a squirrel dog. They not gonna be able to smell. They ain't got them old hound noses. So that's why I catch a lot of boar hogs, I think. That's because that's the only goddamn thing the sorry bastards can smell.
Yeah.
So thanks bad enough for them. Because they're a poach. I don't say, let's get this. I don't poach. But they're a poaching style dog that you walk with.
Yeah.
And, but they still range out 300, 250, 300. And if they ever cut one's track, if he don't get to some water pretty quick, they got him. They set him down.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to y'all? The audience out there, y'all send us some feedback and what y'all's perspective, and we'll talk about it in the future.
With the whole deal about the boar, like you said, a dog that will just. I've heard people talk about them, and I thought I was like, I'm sure it holds water. But I had a dog, and I let Cole Reagan have him. That Matt dog I had, big old yellow dog. Big old bastard. And out of the couple of years that I hunted him, he only made one sow. Everything else, it was always the layup boar. They'd go in there and we'd bust a sounder up, and all the dogs would go and be gone, stretched out everywhere. And old Matt would go completely the opposite direction. And he might not go 200 yards and go over here and bay a big-ass boar hog. And then again, he might run him for 2 miles, just depended. But it was going to be a boar hog, and a very good boar hog. And I didn't even think about that till after I done got rid of him.
Hey, there's my dog in the yard. Give me about 5 minutes.
Go get him. But, it's one of those things that, and this is for the listeners out there. Pat's had to take a break for a second, but if y'all do have any dogs that prefer sows or boars or whatever, y'all let us know, because I've always really been curious about a lot of that. I've heard a lot of tales about it, and I never really put a whole lot of thought into it till after the fact. But oh Matt, that son of a gun, he liked the boar hog pretty good. Y'all can hear Pat back here in the background calling that dog. Y'all think he's crazy as hell? What do you think, Nate?
I think we know the answer.
Yeah. You gotta love him. Everybody, we gotta love him.
Yeah, his dog called back.
Yeah.
I don't know how far you'll cast, but the time limit is about 48 hours.
48 hours. There we go.
Yeah. I knew they had seen him about 2:30. Like I said, the neighbor couple, we don't got no close neighbors.
Yeah.
Called me about 2:30, says, you missing a dog? I said, depends on if he's killed something around here. Yeah. But I got him. I threw him in the dog box. I'll fix that chain in the morning.
There you go. No doubt about it. So, but yeah, we was talking about, if the listeners out there, what was their input on a dog that prefers a boar hog, or if it rather hunt a sow or a bar, or is it harder to bay a bar hog than it is a boar hog or run one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to that too. Like you said, them old bar hogs, they don't put off all that testosterone and stuff like a boar hog does. So they don't smell as much.
So when I got up north, I've killed a lot of deer. I say a lot of deer, like 60 something mounted, pretty good bucks. I got up north, and they don't run dogs up there; they run people. And they said, we want to do a deer drive. Shit, who's got some hounds, you know? Oh, no, we walked through the goddamn woods. Shit, really? Well, there ain't a lot of woods. It's mostly just draws and open cut corn and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I realized I had the wrong rifle for it in about 2 seconds. I had the wrong gun for that shit. But something that I did know, I knew them old big bucks would lay there and they go out the back door. And you was talking about that dog going backwards a while ago.
Yep.
And anybody that's ever did deer drives or read stories about deer drives are the biggest bucks. They hold out to the last minute. I mean, they'll lay there and let you walk. If you coon hunted at night, you know what I'm talking about. You shine them in the top. They just put their head flat on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Sure will.
And they'll let you walk right by them. Of course, we never did. We eat them some bitches.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, statute limitations.
But I think a lot of times them old boar hogs, hey, ain't not a deer ain't near. If a deer's got enough sense to do that, and they ain't near as smart as hogs.
Mm-mm.
If a damn hog could see like a deer, you have hell catching one of them.
Yep.
I think.
That happened to us the other night. Go ahead.
Well, what do y'all think about that? I mean, them boar hogs, they'll creep, they'll squat on you and let them old dogs run.
It happened with that blue tick the other night. Like I said, she ran that track and she made a big ass loop and come right back. I mean, almost under our feet. And she took him right across the road in front of us. She struck him, hell, it wasn't 40 yards from where we was at originally.
Oh yeah.
He circled back and he just squatted. And I mean, she fired up on him, and when she come across the road, she had a purpose. And that's what I started laughing. I said, he squatted on that dog, you know. I mean, he's been run before. His old ears are tore. Somebody's caught him before, you know. I don't know who that'd be, but you know, it happens. So he's learned the process of it, and we've got 2 or 3 down there now that we never put our hands on them. We don't want to, and we aren't going to. No. Those are to teach these dogs how to run.
Yep.
You know, we put them on them boar hogs, and they're gonna have a 10-mile race.
We'll give them a couple easy ones, and then we say, "All right, here you go. This is how it's going to be."
That 8-month-old puppy I got from Rust, well, he's 9 months old now. That somebody's been 8 months for about 3 months. Yeah, he's probably 9 or 10 months now. That somebody might be 2 years old. But anyway, that little yellow puppy, he took step for step with old Rick the other day for a little over 2 miles. And I was proud of that. I said, well, we on the right track with that. And Rusty's damn sure on the right track with what he's breeding up. You know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's got Walker dog in his yellow dogs, I imagine. What do you think? You think he's got some?
I mean, if I was a bet man, I could probably tell you about the DNA about that son. One thing you're going to find with old Rick hanging around there, it ain't got hot yet. Mm-hmm. About August, he might make that blue tick never leave the truck again. Yeah. And I ain't talking bad about no blue tick. It don't matter what kind of tick. Red, blue, trim, walk, or whatever. Haven't put my hand on a bunch of dogs. When I say a bunch of dogs, Daddy had over 100 in a kennel. You know, I mean, that's how he made his living, was them damn shit-eating dogs. Day in and day out, that Walker dog gonna set the hair on them cur dogs when it gets hot, and them ticks and everything. Mm-hmm. Old Benny, one of the best dogs I ever owned, I buried him up there at his house. I couldn't break that son of a bitch old deer, and I didn't want to shock him, whatever. So when deer season coming in about 2 or 3 weeks, I just throwed him in Daddy's box every morning. The third morning, he made him a goddamn hog. He didn't. He was running with them goddamn July son shit and chicken. Daddy fed straight chicken, you know, raw chicken. Yeah. And every day, that's what he fed. He kept a dog feeder, that old Top's dog feed out. All they could eat of that. But he also fed all the goddamn raw chickens. You know, out of the chicken, them dead chickens out of the chicken house. Yeah. I mean,
which one needs to get that? Hey, I know a few people that do that, and
He didn't cook them either.
No, they just throw the whole feathers, feet, and all. They would just get them.
Well, that's the whole thing about the feathers is it holds it in that digestive system. I think we've talked about this in the past.
Yeah.
You know, a dog's metabolism is about twice as slow as a human. So, and that's why when you do a kibble keep, you want to put a little bit of mustard green, some texture to hold that in that gut a little bit longer.
You know what we've been using?
People like Spud, you know, he might be new to the hog dog world, but I mean the bacon world, but he ain't new to putting a snap on the son of a bitch's collar. You heard me?
No,
I mean,
not at all.
And he comes out of nowhere. But now he bought some decent dogs.
Yes.
But it's still on the level we had to pay at.
Mm-hmm.
Or y'all pay at.
I can't hang in there. I can't
play a little bit. I go there and aggravate Randy the rail. The level, it boils down to the snap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for real. You can take every one of them top 15 Buddy Roll, Goose, Fan, Grenade, Trigger. Your Chaos dog looked pretty good the other day. Anything Miss Bridget Lee, any of that. And if I missed some of y'all, I'm sorry, but y'all know y'all in the top 15. To say the top 25, top 20%.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of goddamn dogs.
It is.
If you didn't win, go look in the mirror first. Go look in the mirror. If I've seen a lot of dogs running hot, and it was cool. One of the things, it depends on where your carbs come from. I know I'm getting scattered around, but that's something I want to share with y'all. In a kibble keep, you're a byproduct of your carbs is going to be lactic acid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your body ain't made of lactic acid, so that's going to make them run hot.
Yep.
And I'm probably not explaining this. I'm not a veterinarian and not a nutritionist, but in a meat keep, the byproduct of them kind of like in that nutrition right there is water.
Mm-hmm.
What cools a dog down? Lactic acid or water?
Yeah.
So it may not make him run no cooler in the beginning.
It does,
but he'll run cooler at long distances.
That's a fact.
That's why a meat-based dog feed or a meat keep will always prevail over a regular soy kibble or corn and all that shit that they put in there. I mean, I know they have to have so much of it to make it hold together and pelletize, but
yeah, there's a lot.
That's just a bit of information, and I wasn't ready to talk about that, so I'm not like my articulation probably isn't exactly. But if you don't believe me, dig into it. Yeah. There you go.
And moisture content is one of the most important things. And just kibble, a lot of kibble don't have high enough moisture content, like you said. What makes a dog run cool?
And so we float their feed. And when it does break down, it breaks down into something that's harmful.
Yeah. And also, like you said, if you feed just straight kibble, a lot of times go out there and look in your dog pen to see how much dog shit you're cleaning up. If that dog is if there's a mess all the time, well, it ain't working. You're having to feed too much and you're losing it because it's going out the other end. You know, and like you said, with the feathers and things like that, it helps it hold in there.
Yes.
You know, with them big old, with the boar hogs that we do kill, we take the hide and we cut it in strips. We throw it in there in the stock pot, boil the broth up, pour it over kibble, and they eat the hair, hide, and all.
Well, it changes it though.
It does.
It changes. You making a you damn near making a full meat keep out of it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. We use about 50% less kibble than what we would if we were just feeding straight kibble. Maybe even more than that. It might be 60 or 70%. But I can put, because we feed a lot of feed. Usually we feed at least a sack a day. At least a sack of feed a day. If we're feeding just dry. But
Yeah.
I can feed a half a sack and put that broth and stuff over it, and those dogs will not use the bathroom nowhere near as much. They'll hold their weight, and during the summertime, and I mean, like you said, August, come and run with us. See what the difference is.
I ain't even worried about them right now. If somebody was to say, "Hey, I'm gonna outrun you," I say, "Okay, you probably will." Yeah. How fast can you run? Oh, the dogs? Oh, yeah, you probably beat me there too.
But no, there's a lot of stuff like those guys like Spud, man. They know a lot of tricks.
Man, look, one time, I'm going to tell a little story. One time, I had a dog. I don't even remember, it was a brown dog. He was pretty solid. And I coming out there, and I got some meat, and I got some I got a couple bran flakes. Mm-hmm. This is my texture. For my texture, I got a handful of cooked mustard greens in there, and a teaspoon of honey, and the meat is bull neck. There's a reason behind that.
Oh yeah.
And then I seared it on each side, but I didn't cook it. And the dog said, "You feeding that dog?" Sure, they's laughing, whatever. 15 minutes later, they wasn't laughing. Yeah. I just been blessed to be put in the company of some people that know what they was doing and had enough sense to, believe it or not, I can't shut the fuck up.
Well, and that's the thing about it. There's a time to talk and a time not to. When somebody's saying something worth listening to, you can be quiet.
Yeah. But how I got away with it for all this years is I was sneaky with it because I just still acted. I still played the clown. Mm-hmm. They didn't pay me no attention.
That's right.
Till they realized I was paying attention, and then it was too late. Mm-hmm. Boy, you something else. If I had $1 for every time I was called something else, I wouldn't have to go that drilling rig Monday.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
But anyway, I got totally off key. But that's just some things. Look, people, and look, my mind is just to check it out for yourself, because I may not be telling it exactly right. Because I've been called, I've had people say, "Well, you just lied on that podcast."
What? No, I just...
bruh, look, it's mostly satire.
Yeah.
To start with.
Yeah.
I never claimed to be Encyclopedia Britannica.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of, we do a lot of sarcasm. A lot of people, they don't catch on to that.
Everyone of them talk shit ain't leading nothing. Mm-hmm. Everyone talk shit ain't leading nothing. I could say, if they want to get down to it, but I mean, all the top names.
Oh yeah.
Well, guess what? Every one of them got a dog from me.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Because I don't keep a good one. Jay said I don't keep a good one. Why the hell would I do with a good one? Man, them three little hogs I killed the other day, I don't kill no more because they like the ones you got.
That's okay. Right.
Here's a good place to start my story. Did you see them 15 puppies I posted? Free.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them their shots and worm them for you when you get here.
Well.
The video shows the mama and the daddy casting, baying, caught. You know how many people showed up to get a free puppy?
Shit, no.
0.
Yep, because it's free.
That's your hog dog world.
Yep.
0.
I can tell you right now.
And everybody knows I use these dogs for everything.
That's right. You do that shit in a squirrel or a coon hunting world, them people will knock the door off your house.
If you got to charge something for them.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about it. Like,
ain't nobody showed up to get shit.
Ain't nobody gonna take a damn free dog. But they'll talk. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get me 1 or 2 of them," and blah blah blah.
That's why you couldn't get Wild Boy Rick away.
I know. And now, boy, some of them's just like,
something wrong with that song. No, motherfucker, everybody ain't like you.
That's the problem. That's exactly right.
Here to hell.
Well, I mean, there's been 1 or 2 people that when I tell them something, I'm like, hey, I got this dog, and I ain't gonna lie, they'll burn the wheels up getting here because they know how I am. You know, that if I say I'm gonna give you this dog, it's probably way better than anything I'm putting in the box.
Oh,
you know.
I ain't putting my name on no shit either.
I was going to say, why would you give away your shit dogs? I mean, that don't make any sense. Now, if it's a puppy, I can't make the puppy for you. You know,
I've gotten rid of some dogs that ended up not making nothing. But what about the other 8 out of the 9 that made something? You don't have to worry. They say, well, I ain't going to get nothing for him. Well, they don't have to worry. They're not going to get one no way because they don't know what the fuck they doing.
I was thinking to say, how long did the dog sit on the chain or in the kennel and it wouldn't hunt him?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let it sit there and just go to nothing.
I ain't going to say every dog should do something, but every dog should do a little something.
Yeah.
If you expose him. But people's too fast to call, I think. It's just my perspective. Y'all can shoot what y'all want to. I don't care. You can kill all your dogs. I don't care. But boy, I bet you Randy Durrell's $27,000 glad he didn't kill old Fanboy.
You ain't shitting.
He got 20. Well, I don't even know. It's probably more than that. But now he's still the number 1 dog in the nation now.
I think just Fanboy was that much, and then what he won with the others. I know it's over 40.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't really care. I don't get my.
I'll be counting his money for him.
From that.
I count his damn money for him. I'm trying to help him. Trying to help that motherfucker there. Now I was down there, me and him was talking. That's what we were sitting there, and when he got his winnings and stuff, and I did look at some of it, and I don't know exactly what the dollar was. I just carried on, and that's his business anyway. But there, like you said, that could have been a damn $40,000 mistake or $20,000 or however much. That's a lot of fucking money for a dog. And that's only one thing that he's won. How many has he won so far in the past year or 2?
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, that's some Gus climbing on up. He's hard to beat now.
All I know is I remember the dog as a puppy, young dog, put into the bay or put into the running and caught with the bulldog. I remember that. I got it on video. I posted it. I mean, people can't say I badmouth Randy. I'm bragging on it.
Yeah.
You know? But let's tell you what, if I had a video of a hand grenade, I'd have posted it too.
That's right. Well, I like a hand grenade.
Nobody knows I love Buddy Roll,
Yep.
Buddy Roll. Any of them dogs, I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this. There was somebody showed up at the youth bay and led the dog up there and said, we drove all night to get here. Well, hell, he had a pro dog. It was that man's dog. He got up there. The kid just stood there. He casted the dog. He talked to the dog the whole time. I think he had a 9.9 too.
Yeah.
But Jay got him. He broke the rules. He talked to the dog. The kid didn't talk to the dog.
Mm-hmm.
But then comes Jake's little damn dog dragging her. He had to help her, but she had a leash too. And when the dog, when old Ralph looked out, well, she got on his ass. Hey, she tuned him up. He fell in there. Oh, he was listening to that kid.
Oh, he was. I was videoing that. I videoed that for Jake.
That was a 10. And that was a 10 in my book.
You ain't hell is 11. That's why I was laughing. And when I don't hardly video nobody's runs at all. But when them babies come up there, and it wasn't just Jake's, it was every kid that come up there. My phone, I ran out of storage on some bitch because I was videoing every run. And I went back and watched all of them. And man, them kids, some of them youngins, like you said, they get to talking to them dogs, and it just tickles me. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Do you remember when the professor started, little Jeff Coates?
Oh, yeah.
And I Googled a black preacher preaching. I said, you want to win, son? I'd been up way too long. I've been drinking a little bit too, believe it or not. I will take a drink every now and again. Yeah. I said, and that boy, the preacher was real animated. I said, son, you want to win this year? He said, yes, sir. I said, you watch this video right here, and you do exactly like this, man. Me and Jared Bentley. Hey, he was in between us, and he was hopping around and clapping him hands and talking to that dog, son.
Yeah.
I just get behind the board and bury my face laughing. I did him. He come out there, he had a trophy bigger than him, you know.
Yep.
But when that boy that, I guess he's mine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you call him mine. I told him, I said, if you want to enter I got a dog. I ain't running no dog. I ain't hauling this son of a bitch. I'm not feeding it. I'm not watering it. I'm not going to walk up to the baby gate with you. You better find you somebody and buddy up with them. I get one of these other kids to help you maybe or something, because I'm not. Because I don't give a shit. I said, if you go and you win, you going to be done it yourself. And that other little girl, Bustin' Brush, she's run her dog too, you know, like that. Now, if you ain't had nobody, that's her dog.
That's right.
You know, these people, man, people do anything. I'm saying I ain't talking bad about nobody. I'm just saying people do anything for a damn trophy.
Yes,
But if you don't come up there and talk to a dog against a 7, 8, 9-year-olds, come on, man. And I hope the man gets mad at me. Here's this, wants to jump on me next time I see him. I ain't been arrested in a while. I got a driver's license now, boy.
That's it.
I can get a bond and drive off now.
There you go.
I don't have to get a bond and a ride.
But no, they shouldn't do that.
They shouldn't do that. Anything for a trophy. And but I mean, Jake, hey, he handled it. Yeah. He did it. And he wasn't very professional. And the guy understood, and
yeah, and that right there, that to me, that shows a lot about Jake. You know that he, the sheep stuff. He's doing it he's doing the right thing.
He don't care who wins.
No,
it don't matter to him. You know,
that's right.
He gonna make the same amount of gate money no matter who wins.
Mm-hmm.
And unless it's me that wins. Probably nobody would show back up if I won. They'd know it was rigged.
It's rigged now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if you did win, it'd still be with a 9-9.
Oh, you can bet your ass on that.
That's exactly what it is.
I can say, bet you I can 9-9 with the best of them.
Yes. That's the story of my life. I'm a damn 9-9.
But it just... You just got to handle it like that. You got to set of rules and you follow them. And when people break them, you have to set them down and you talk to them. If they don't like them, hey, there's other bands. They got Nixon down yonder coming up. You know, That's like somebody said something to me about Rusty's up there. I said, well, that's Rusty's. That's not Jake's. That's Rusty's. Rusty got different rules.
Yep.
And he's going to enforce them the way Rusty sees fit. We come down here to Jake's. It's Jake's house. We're going to do what Jake says. Mm-hmm. We go down there to Nixon. That's Travis. We're going to do what Travis says.
That's exactly
right. You know? I mean, and that's just the way it is. We go over yonder. I don't even know. I can't think of the man. You know him over yonder, guy that in Georgia.
Marc Bannister.
Mr. Marc Bannister, great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to play by Marc's rules over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just no different than human life. What sets me apart from you is you can sing and I can't.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
I'm still waiting on you to sing us a tune and you won't do it.
Oh,
what do you think, Nathan?
I can't. Hell, if I start singing...
what do you want to hear? What do you want him to sing?
Won't nobody else.
Whatever he was singing that day that I was on the phone.
Lord have mercy.
Was that Neon Moon? What was he singing?
I'm not sure. I don't recall.
I have no idea what it was.
He was just, he was painting the hell out of hanging drywall. He was getting after
that's when Christopher recorded me, wasn't it? I think it was. I think it was some Brooks and Dunn or something like that. But hell,
it was Brooks and Dunn, but I don't remember the name of the song. But anyway.
She looks so good moving across the dance floor. It's better than the day she left me. Arm in arm with somebody new. I think that was the one.
Yeah, it sounds almost good as that blue kick on Nate's guy.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Hey, ain't nothing sounds better than that blue kick balling out, ain't it?
That's it.
That's what made me look in the face in when old Rooster Bay. I heard that song. I said, I don't know, boy, but I don't know a lot, but I know that ain't a cur dog. Come on, Ed. Let's what the hell's going on. We got a possum pulling There's something going on down there.
Something's happening.
Yeah, that's one thing about that old blue tick though. She's so gamey, man. I knew when we got that dog. I told Nate, I said, "There's just something different about this hound dog." We've had a few over the years, but that jit right there, boy, she was just something different.
Yeah, just don't let old Rick take her on too many trips and kind of set the hair. You know, when come out.
Oh yeah,
like let her run her race. You know.
I think that's what really that's really what we was talking about doing. Just kind of let her do her thing. You know, like you said, Rick ain't gonna hang around and wait on nobody.
No.
You know, and he's gonna push him. He's gonna push as hard as he can push.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good handle, but she's a very soft dog. So the people that we got her from, she was either just very soft dog in general, or they whooped the piss out of her. But I know for a fact they probably shocked the shit out of her. Because
for trashing on hogs, probably.
Probably so.
But now, like she's tough, like she's gritty.
You can't. But like the handler,
you can't be rough.
You have to baby her. You can't scold her. You can't pop the lead.
She'll lock down.
She'll stop. She's gonna be like,
somebody whoop shit out of her.
So I think, I don't know, but I don't have no problem with it because the dog's usually pretty good. The hell, she's gonna pull the shit out of the lead. I just turn her loose. Just let the dog go hunt. Point her in the direction. She starts hunting right at your feet, and whatever track she hit, she's probably gonna run it for a little bit. It don't matter. But I think we could definitely, as long as I put her in hog sign, I think she'll produce hogs and just run her by herself a lot. Yeah. Till she figures out how to kind of base some. Probably try and take her in the daytime because I think she either tried to catch it or literally ran straight into that hog the other night because she was balling on the track, and then it just like you kind of heard like a little kerfuffle, and then and I was like, well, that sounds mean.
He ran at her. He probably charged her.
Yeah. I was like, she either saw him and was like, oh, got your ass, or he either saw her and got her ass.
Yeah, somebody got some ass, that's for sure. So. But it you know, it's one of the things, and a lot of people would have probably called that dog.
I just wanted to give her a fair shake. I want a coon hound, but I'm going to trust the dog. But I had to give her a fair shake. Yep. And there was just some swapping back.
You've been messing with her for a year. Look, about a year to really figure out.
But she's just now really getting good and mature.
Yeah.
She's just, I mean, they're goofy.
She's just what? She's just a little over 2 now.
Yeah, I think she is somewhere.
Just a little over 2 years old.
I mean,
she's still got a long way to go.
I don't expect much. Oh yeah. I think she's finally starting to get pretty serious. The last few times I've taken her hunting, she has meant some business.
Yeah. Yeah, she's grown up now.
Yeah.
Well, it's 10-4.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, you got anything else on it? Oh, sorry, Nate.
Oh no, I was just gonna say she's went from like occasionally, you know, really striking out and going like a mile deep and hunting to like basically every time she's going to hit it. She's going to go find something. It's either she went a mile because she ran something a mile or because she went to go find something at a mile. And I've been enjoying that because I can tone her and usually she'll come right back. Now, one time she did just lock down on me and I had to go get her. But the past few times, because the other night we was trying to call her out, and she was like 250 yards, and she just wouldn't come out. So I toned her twice, and she just went back the other way.
Went to the truck.
Yeah, and went straight to the truck. I was like, well, if she's going to do that.
She went from where we dropped. Let me rephrase that. We were on the other end of the property.
Yeah, we drove around.
Yeah, she went right back to where we dropped. I told Nate, I was like, hey, if she goes back to where we drop every time, that's fine too.
Yeah, I just got to do my part, and next time we got to be over there and then just tone her while we're calling her so she'll come back to where we dropped.
That's one thing I was thinking about driving when I was driving today was, you know, when I was wondering where the hell this dog was at, tracking collar, because I ain't missed no sleep over this summit. Tracking collars has hindered dogs a little bit by people. We babying them a little too much. We going and getting them. And, okay, like me, I'm blessed. I can walk from the house. I understand you guys that can't walk from the house. But some be sure to go back to where you cast him to. You want to lay that, we've talked about this. You want to be able to lay that dog box there or lay that shirt there. And when you come back the next morning or later that night or whatever, that somebody ought to be curled up on that shirt asleep.
We had one, we left the same night, a young Kimmer dog. He got down there and was 70 yards off the road. Would not come in. So Nate was like, shit, let's go to the house.
It was in a cut over head high.
Well, he ain't walking down there to get that.
I was like, I'm not busting the briars.
No.
Not for no reason.
No. If he was down there bait or had
this dog knows his name.
I'm not even going if he's bait, probably.
So we left and come on the house. Next morning, it's probably lunch.
Yeah.
Nate said, I'm going to ride down there and see where he's at. Hell, he was down there sleeping on the gas pad. Right where we left,
Yeah.
I mean, people, like you said, if a dog can't find his way back to where you dumped him, or you kicked him out at, then
you don't want that. You don't want that.
No.
Your program.
No.
Hey, I got okay. You know in the Bible where there's a man laying there and can't walk, his ankles is bad.
Yeah.
He's got a devil spirit or whatever, and Jesus come up and rebuked the spirit, and the man shook, and the spirit come out, whatever.
Yep.
Jesus reached down and took him by the hand and picked him up, and he stood up. He was laying there as if he was dead, I think the scripture goes. And I often wondered why Jesus didn't touch him broke ankles. Why did he take him by the hand? And I'm going to tell you why. It finally dawned on me why. He had to get something that worked, because the hand worked.
Yeah.
The ankles didn't work. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
He had to start with something that worked. If you guys out there just getting started, you're going to do like us. You got to start with something that works.
That's a fact.
To be able to stand on your own 2 feet. That's a whole sermon right there, but does that make sense?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Jesus understood you got to start with something that works. The man had to do his own standing.
Every damn time.
But Jesus knew you got to start with something that works, and the hand worked. The arm worked.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't touch his feet. You know, like the days preaching whatever, somebody's laying there and they want to lay hands on them, whatever. I don't really understand all that. You know, every time somebody tries to lay hands on me, it was knuckles.
Yeah.
But
except for that one little nice Oriental lady at the massage parlor.
That's $80. But why he didn't touch him on the ankles? You know what I'm saying? It's because they didn't work. And if he'd have touched him down there, it probably never would have worked, man. The man would have still been convinced that they didn't. But when Jesus reached down and got him by the hand, the man never thought nothing about what didn't work no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you guys getting started out there, you're going to do like Spud, you got to start with something that's working.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
You'll have a big jump in it, that's for sure.
You'll be standing on your own 2 feet then, bro.
Mm-hmm. Amen. And that's a
whole sermon right there that you can't get in church, but it's the truth. Look it up. You don't believe me.
No, I 100%.
I don't even know where that's at in the Bible. I just know it's there.
Oh, it is, and like I said, the whole analogy and everything is perfect for that. So, well, I think that's a good. We got about an hour and a half on that, Pat. That'd be a good spot to leave right there, won't you think?
Oh yeah, sounds good to me. But I hope everybody's happy with it.
Leave them standing on their own 2 feet.
Oh yeah.
Yep. If you start with one that works, if you start with what's working, and not what you think ought to work or what you feel. Look around and see what's working. You got eyes.
I said it the other day. We was talking about them tracking systems. I bet you 40 different people. They said, "Well, I love my Garmin." I said, "I need performance. It's not about preference."
When my dog turns the old one, I bought it from Zach or whatever. No, I think I got it from Jeff. Anyway, out there in South Carolina where we had cell phone signal.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Man, I wouldn't have nothing but.
Yeah. Well,
and like if you wanted to track my dogs, I just had to buy a $30 thing to hang around your neck, and it would come up on your phone, too.
Yeah. Well, see, now you don't have to have phone service.
Yeah, I know. That's what I got to, because, hey, look, this Garmin stuff is getting more and more expensive. And the quality is going down and down and down from what I'm hearing.
It really is. And that's like you said, you know, it goes back to what I was making there was the same analogy like you said. Just because you prefer a golden doodle, that does not mean that golden doodle will have the performance that you need.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And so when you start with something that works, you got a leg up on it. You can stand on your own 2 feet, like Pat said. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a damn truck, if it's your handheld, it's whatever it is, it's got to work. You got to have performance.
When I started in the Bay Pens, I didn't start out on bottom. I started at 9.9 and I finished on 9.9, but I ain't ever entered but about 4 or 5 of them.
Consistency.
I'm consistent as hell, but I started out with what worked.
That's it.
I'm not going to sit there and talk to that dog. I'm not going to beg him. I just ain't in me. I know everybody does it, and some of them people scream so loud I had to go hide. I think we're getting shot at.
Yeah, there's a couple of them get a little
boy, if they that loud there, I'd hate to hear them other places. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah,
it's gotta be true. But yeah, you gotta start out with what works.
That's right, no doubt. Well, brother, we appreciate you coming on again. As usual, it's always fun. It's a good time talking with you, and there's always a message in there. And hopefully, we got a little bit of information that all our listeners can use, and we love some feedback from all the listeners too.
Oh yeah, we laid it out there tonight. We want y'all's perspective. I ain't no right or wrong in this.
Mm-mm.
We in this together.
That's it.
Amen.
I'm still learning. I'm 52. I'm still learning every day.
There you go. Because hell, when we know it all, shit, I think we're done then, ain't we? I'm going to learn every day.
I don't want the fun to end.
That's it.
You know what I'm learning every day? My dogs ain't as good as I thought they would.
Shit, I know that about mine. Like, I ain't even got to learn that shit, Pat. I wake up and I look outside and I'm like, fuck. Same dogs out there.
Constant reminders everywhere I look.
Oh, I go out there and I ain't got to spray the kennels out, and I'm like, them shit-eating bastards.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I'm out, y'all.
All right, buddy. We'll see you, man. Thank you.
Oh, we'll see you. All right, man.
Bye-bye.
See you, Unc.
All right, there we go. Another one, Uncle Pat. That was a good one. That's the first time we've actually just talked with Pat in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little messages. Like, he always comes up with one, man. He drops it on you. And that's one reason why he's such a staple in this, and we do appreciate him being involved with this. He has become part of Dixie Doggers. He's Dixie Dogger family there, Dixie Dogger crew. He's dead gum promoted our podcast here when it was just us, even before he was on here.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been very helpful, and we really do appreciate him. And Uncle, we want you to know that. Thank you, brother. To all our listeners out there, hey, keep on keeping on. We're going to keep on keeping on. And y'all come hunt with us. Be after, middle of May?
Yeah.
Turkey season be over like May 10th. From then on,
I think
we can go hunt.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy. So y'all holler at us if y'all want to do a weekend. Also, what we've been doing the past few months is if you got young dogs and you want to get them casting or going with other dogs, I'm not saying ours are the best because they're not. But you're welcome to bring them as long as they got manners. That's the main thing. I don't care if they hunt as long as they have manners. I ain't gonna put up no bullshit, no fighting and all that stuff. We can do that somewhere else with other dogs later on down the line if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we basically got turkey season, and then we got some travel plans to go to Hickory Crossings, Pot Fest,
Texas.
Go Texas with Case. And so
we got don't say just one person. There's like 40 people. They own it. They're like, we got to do a tour. So we just got to go for the month or two.
Yeah, we're going to have to plan that for another month.
Nathan likes to plan stuff. Y'all just heard my plans. Hey, we're going to be there sometime or the other. When I call you and say, hey, can we do it this weekend? That's when we'll be there. Yeah. But we do appreciate the hospitality.
Most definitely.
We've had quite a few come hunt with us here recently. Mm-hmm. Ty Nordvik and his little boy Colton. Colton is my hero. Like literally, he's my hero. I love that youngin'. And I know he's probably listening to this. Thank you for coming hunting with us, Colton. And Roger. Oh, yes. Gary, all you guys, it was a great trip. And then Zane Burton, he came and hunted with us. Yep. Had a good trip. Josh Goldsmith, he's came and hunted with us. Alan McCon, I mean, I guess that's just in the past month. Mr. John Burton, we went down there and hunted with him a few times. Mm-hmm. His properties, sent him a couple of dogs, maybe catch some hogs with him. So, I just want one other thing out there. I want to let everybody know I love Rodney Bell. That's my man.
Oh, yes, Uncle Rodney. I love him.
All right, y'all. We out till next time. We'll see y'all.
See ya. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If there's anything or anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast, or if you'd like to come hunt with us, don't hesitate to contact us at dixiedoggers01@gmail.com.